So I have a live video going. Oh, now I have a live video going. All right, I'm gonna hang up. Is that cool? Okay, bye. Hello. We're just waiting because I kind of made a little boo-boo. And hi. I'm just waiting for the other people to come over from the other room, because the other chat that I created, or live video that I created, because I can't have somebody else schedule these for me. I have to schedule them for myself. So hi. Over here. Hello. I'm glad you guys found me. Hi to everybody who's signing on. We're just going to wait. Allie's going to give the link to this room so we could just talk until then. So has anyone done anything exciting that they want to share or talk about, just until we're able to get started? And hi to everyone who's saying hi to me. Hi, Kathy. And so hi to all you guys who are signing on. So she's just going to give the link, and then we'll have people switch over into this room, and then I do a couple readings. Last time, I don't know, were any of you guys tuned in last time? Anybody tuned in last time when I did this? Like, because I've never done psychic readings on here. I've only done, medium readings. So I want to do both, because I do both. And so, yeah. So I just want to know what you guys thought of that. Feedback is always good. Hi to everybody who signed on. I'm sorry, this Mercury retrograde really does suck, like hardcore. It's for you guys who don't know what Mercury retrograde is. It's basically, the planets kind of go around the sun, but every once in a while it just looks like it's moving backward, because their orbit is smaller, and it causes all kinds of havoc. It just depends where it shows up. It happens a few times a year. They say, like, don't make travel plans, don't do this, don't do that. But sometimes it's just kind of like a yucky time. So I'm not an astrologer. My friend Sarah Martucci, who also, if you follow me, you'll see her stuff on Facebook. She's really good with astrology, and so that's awesome. It's not my specialty, but I certainly know what Mercury retrograde feels like. So, okay. Oh, you loved it. Good. I don't like it when the link doesn't work. I miss out on start. You didn't miss out on the start, because I haven't really started, Courtney. All I'm doing is yapping away because I know the link didn't work, because I apparently can't ask my assistant to schedule it. I have to schedule it myself. So being grown up and all that, adulting. Hi. I just wanted to know what you guys thought, if you were tuned in last time, of doing like a little bit of psychic stuff and a little bit of like connecting with your loved ones. Because I like doing both, like when people come in for a reading, I like to do both, whatever the need is. So, sometimes it's great to talk to like your grandpa Larry, who is always there for you, but you might also need help with your boyfriend, who, might know if you guys are sticking together or something. So, anyway, I'm just reading all these. Oh, you thought it was awesome. Okay, good. I'm happy that you guys like that. I just want to do both. And, the psychic stuff, I can do that first, and then that gives everybody the opportunity to sign on, and then I can connect with a loved one. But what I did last time was I just waited till a certain point, and then I just was like, whoever wants a reading, say I want a reading, and then I chose someone from there. Oh, Faith, I remember you. It's been a long time since I've read you, but I remember you. Courtney, hi. I thank you for your compliments. All right, I'm just reading down the screen. Loved ones, yes. I will be connecting with loved ones. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. All right. Awesome. Allie posted a new look on Facebook. Perfect. I'm going to do both. So I'm going to do, like before I was just doing like one medium reading, and that was it. And then I was just kind of signing off. But I mean, there's nothing stopping me from doing a psychic reading. And, my worry was always that I would like cross the line or say, like psychic stuff is usually personal stuff going on in your life. So it was kind of cool that like the universe kind of kept it to the point where I didn't really need to go into too much detail, that the person knew what I was talking about. So that was pretty neat. All right, so I'm just reading some more. Hi, Ashley. Hi, James. Hi, Jessica. Um, okay, let's see. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. That is very nice of you to say. Um, so I will just kind of wait just a little bit longer and then I'll get started because I know that link doesn't work. So if anyone, tunes in over there, I want to give them a fair shot. Since I don't know how YouTube works, apparently. And I was supposed to do it last night, but I didn't do it. So hopefully tonight, this works and we get it all figured out. Hi to everyone signing on. So let me say that I want to do something psychic first, and then I'm going to connect with a loved one. So if you're open to stuff going on in your life, whatever, all I want you to do is just tell me a topic. No details. Please don't ask me questions with details because I don't want like a hint, I don't want that. I just want to be really clear about what comes through. And that's how I am with my psychic readings. I will be connecting with loved ones a little bit later on. Okay. So just let me start with the psychic stuff and then I'll move over to that. So all I need is like a topic. And let me read this. Hi, Kim. I was talking with some friends who are sensitive to spirit, and they say they all are feeling strong things. There are strong things going on in the universe right now because Mercury's in retrograde. So there's just a bunch of stuff going on in the atmosphere. Hi, Diana. Sorry it took you so long to find it. I'm glad we finally got it figured out. I just kind of learned a lesson that I need to schedule my own live readings and not make Allie do it, my poor assistant. So, okay, I see what you guys are doing. Awesome. Love, life, family, love, professional, kids. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So just put your topics in there and then I'll just kind of go to Sandy Jernberg, is that right? Who asked about her love life. Okay. So, Sandy, if you can just reply. Yeah, there you are. Okay. So you just asked about your love life. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is just kind of tune in and see what happens here. I just ask you to give me like honest feedback. Okay. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And sometimes I just need to translate things differently, but less detail is better with me. So the less I know, the better it goes. Hi, Katie. So let me start with Sandy. Okay. So Sandy, I actually kind of get the feeling that, I don't know, like your heart's still healing from something. So I'm not sure what that is. I mean, could be like a relationship ending, or it could be like a fight you had or something, but I do kind of get this feeling of like my heart is healing, but I also kind of get this feeling of like being worried about what the future looks like with love, and maybe someone is like in your atmosphere, but I don't know if you're actually like with that person. But I do kind of get this vibe that someone's in your atmosphere, someone that you care about, and I just feel like your heart is in a place of healing. And so I just want to say that first, because I feel like you're trying to get over something. Like I don't know. It seems like it's like leftover. Like it doesn't seem like something that's actively like in your face right now. It seems like a leftover thing or something from the past would be my sense. So I'm just waiting for Sandy to reply. And just FYI, I will connect with loved ones when I'm done. Okay. So I will get to a reading like that. I just want to start with the psychic stuff first. And so, Sandy, my dear, I feel like your heart is in a delicate place. And I feel like self-love, self-compassion, being nice to yourself and not worrying what someone else thinks or how they see things is just really important right now. I just want to bring to your attention that your heart needs healing, and it is connected to whoever this person is that's in your orbit right now. So I don't I don't exactly know what that is, but there's just this feeling that I'm getting that you just need to kind of do some self-love stuff right now and not worry so much about the relationship, but worry more about your heart and healing and like moving past this speed bump in life. And does that make sense to you, Sandy, my dear? And I just know it's heavy on your heart, but I also know that you really kind of want to have that love connection, or I don't know, I just keep feeling like you really want, and I know there's someone in your atmosphere, okay? Like, but I feel like you want it to look a certain way or be a certain way, like kind of like maybe in a way that it can't always be. You know, like how sometimes people show us that they love us like with their actions and not necessarily with their words or hugs, but they might like always, you know, like try to fix your car for you, or they'll be there on the spot if you need them. Does that resonate with you? Like, because this is like the time of you. Like I keep feeling like this is a time of you and healing you and like taking care of you, and that you have maybe like some expectations that a relationship's supposed to look a certain way. But I think also that there's just this thing here about like looking at it through clarity, or looking at it with clarity and not maybe wanting it to be something that it isn't. Do you know what I'm talking about? Hopefully you do, because it seems like it's very heavy on your heart, but it seems like a change in perspective is in order, is what I would say. So just okay, makes perfect sense. All right, awesome. I didn't want to go too deep into everything, but as long as you know what I'm talking about, that's really all I care about. Because it just seems like it's heavy on your heart and you're just needing a little guidance. And so that's kind of the guidance that I feel, you know, like is that, you know, look at things from a different set of eyes, or, you know, like if it was a tarot reading, it would be the Hanged Man. And, you know, he's like the guy hanging upside down because he's getting a different view of the world or a different view of things. And so I just feel like changing your perspective is helpful, but I feel like you're on the right path or something. It's just that clarity piece, that I just wanted to talk about for you. So hopefully that all still makes sense. I'm looking. You're very welcome, my dear. I don't know why your name stood out, but I just felt like that's who I'm going to do this reading for. So now I kind of am looking at this. And so, you know what? There's not a lot of you on here, which is kind of good. So what I'm going to try is to pick someone and then talk to their loved ones, versus just getting the loved one and then figuring out who it belonged to. I'm just going to pick someone. So all I need you to do this, the way I'm going to pick, is just type the first name, just first name. I don't want any detail. I don't want you to put grandpa. I don't want you to put any detail. Just someone's first name. And we'll just kind of go from there. So don't say me or anything. Just say the first name of the loved one you want to talk to. And that's it. And I'll just look until something kind of stimulates my brain. All right. So, oh, you guys are good at that. There's a ton of names popping up right now. I can't even keep up with it. Jeez. Okay. All right. There's a lot of you saying a lot of names. I was like, oh, there's not a lot of people, so I could do it the other way. But yeah. Okay. All right. So Ashley DeLeon. I think I have a client with the same last name. But anyway, you asked for someone named Dorothy. Okay, but there must be other people for you in the spirit world as well. So who is that I'm talking to? I just said her name. De Leon is the last name. Whoever that was, it went away. Ashley. There you are. Okay. So, all right, there is someone else. Okay, good. Because I wasn't necessarily. So let me just kind of tune into this, okay? So I think I'm going to go with Ashley, and we're just going to see how this shakes out doing it this way. And then, you know, maybe I'll try it the other way too. So I don't know. But Ashley, let me just focus on you here for a moment. Because I feel like, I mean, I saw like a Dorothy earlier and a Lydia. I saw both of those. So I know you're asking for two women in the spirit world. Although I feel like I'm getting a couple coming. I feel like I'm getting two people coming, not just one. So I kind of feel like male energy and female energy together. And actually, I kind of honestly feel like this might be like grandparents or a grandparent or something for you. I'm not sure if it's Lydia or Dorothy or who you asked for because everything went so fast I wasn't necessarily able to keep track of everything. But my sense, though, is that I have a lady here who kind of feels like a grandmother to you. And not just a regular grandma, but a grandma that was really close to you or spent a lot of time around you. And this lady is actually really like has a good personality. She's like got a good sense of humor when she's coming through. But I feel like she dies kind of quickly, but definitely from an illness. And so I don't know if it's one of those ladies or what, but I'm just waiting to hear from Ashley because I'm just going to start with Ashley. Hi, everyone who's signing on. I'm trying this two different ways. So I'm going to connect with a loved one just by picking a person, and then I am going to connect with a loved one like I usually do. But I'm just waiting for Ashley. Okay. So Ashley, though, I feel like, though, this lady who's with this man and they feel like grandparents are also like coming very close to you because I feel like whatever's going on in your life right now, you would feel like you need them, especially the lady that's there. Now, I know she dies of illness. I'm not sure how the guy dies of illness, but I feel like these are grandparents or like grandparents' age. And she seems to like want to acknowledge something going on in your life that's really difficult, that she would be the type of person that you would go to, you know, like you would ask her for advice, you would connect with her, you would see what she had to say about things. And I feel like you keep asking her, okay, so you don't know the man, that's fine. We'll figure out who the guy is because maybe he belongs to you, maybe he doesn't. I'm not sure. But she keeps saying that there's stuff going on right now where you're in need of her or in need of her advice. She really does feel like a mother figure, even though I kind of think she might be a grandma, but she really does feel like kind of motherly toward you and does feel close to you as she's coming through. So does that make sense to you, Ashley? And like I said, guys, I'm doing this a different way. So I'm just seeing if it works this way because I know it definitely works the other way. But I kind of like was trying to just narrow this down or try to do it a little different and like try to switch it up because I'm not necessarily, she raised you. Okay. So she's like a mom to you. And you also know that there's stuff going on in your life where you would really need her right now because I feel like she's here for guidance. She's here for help. She says you talk to her still. And so I feel like you ask her, what does she think of things? What does she think of what's going on? And how does she see you? And all of that is my sense. Because she just seems, I know you asked for two people, but this lady seems to like hover over you like a motherly influence. And I just feel like she wants to be there for you, is my sense, especially right now. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I just want to see what you think of that, Ashley, and then give me your opinion. Because like I said, she was sick and then she passed kind of unexpectedly or suddenly. I don't know who that dude is. He might very well be here for somebody else. But that dude would be somebody's grandpa. So I don't know who he is yet, but I get the same feeling that okay, so this is really interesting. This is not going the way I expected. Okay, so Ashley, keep giving me feedback, okay? But I have a dude here. I think I'm doing the other reading. So I have this dude here who tells me he's a grandfather, tells me he dies very suddenly of like a heart attack. So I just am like, I feel like this other dude here who feels like someone's grandpa, but I still get the feeling that he helped raise someone, just like this lady who's over here for Ashley. So let me see what Ashley's got going on here. Ashley, I just found out I'm pregnant. Oh, before she passed, and I don't talk to anyone in my family anymore. You know what, Ashley? I am so sorry to hear that. But I'm sure she knows about the baby, and I'm sure if you're feeling alone, that's why she's here. Because she just tells me like she would be your go-to person. She would be the person that when you're having a hard time like this, you would go to her, you would talk to her. And so I don't know what's going on in your family, but that's very unfortunate that that happened. Um, but she did know. She was happy. Okay. So I know she still knows about that, but would you still be pregnant though? Is my thought here. Because she keeps saying you're having a hard time right now. So either you're having a hard time in your pregnancy or it's just hard time because you're not connected to your family. But it seems like she's coming here to kind of like bring you some love and bring you some peace. But have you not had the kid yet? That this is the thing. Like there's just this feeling here of not having the kid yet. So I just want to say that. And I think it's really awesome that you guys are sending love to Ashley, because that's beautiful that you guys like hear someone else's pain and kind of like want to help. I always tell people I have the most awesome clients. So you're just proving my point. Okay, Ashley, what is no? I don't remember when I asked, did you have the kid yet? I don't feel like you did, but maybe you did. So that's what I'm checking with, just to kind of see where we're at. But I got to say, there's this other dude here. There's this other man here. You're due in January. Okay. So she must have passed pretty recently if you're due in January. But because of everything that's happened in your family or whatever's happening, I just feel like she was the glue that held you together. So when these kinds of problems happened, you were, you know what else though? Like, kind of my feeling is that maybe though, I kind of feel like she's inspiring people to come together. So I know she probably has that baby with her. Right before my birthday in May, we buried her the day after. I'm so sorry about that. That's really hard to have this like beautiful thing of like, yeah, I'm pregnant. And then this horrible thing of I lose this person that I love and she doesn't get to be here. But I can tell you, I know she knows that baby. All the loved ones, you know, like when we get pregnant and stuff, they meet them first. Like we have this misconception that they never get to meet them, but I guarantee you they meet them first. It's not us that meets them first. It's those in the spirit world. And that's why kids are so awesome at seeing spirits and stuff. All right, let me follow up here with Ashley. Yeah, right before your birthday. Okay. So my sense with this lady, though, is that she tells me that she gives you all kinds of signs. And I know that your heart is heavy and that you miss her because that was just a few months ago, right? Like that sucks. And so the thing is, though, is that she's very present here today, present enough to even make me like choose your name. Like I've never done it this way before. And so I just feel like though that you know, like everybody was putting their names up and something just drew me to you. And my thought is that it's her and that she was the one that drew me to you and made me pick your name because you need her so much right now. And I know it's hard because she's not here, but let me just say that she loves you and that's the reason that she's showing up here today. The other thing is somebody also have a birthday coming up in like late August or September that she helped raise, or someone, I don't know. I see something in late August or September. So that part, I'm not sure what that is, but and I don't know what's coming up in late August or September. Like something's coming up. She's talking about that she wants to let you know that she'll be close. And I do think she's trying to inspire your family to connect with you. Like I really do feel like she's trying to get them to connect with you, is my sense. So, you know, when the baby comes in January, just know like during that whole experience and even through the experience of your pregnancy, that your grandma/mom or whoever this is, like she's going to be there for you. And, you know, the other thing about her, your baby shower is in September. Okay. All right. And your son's birthday is in August. And she knew your son though, right? Because I feel like there's this thing here, like something in like late August and then something in September. So her other grandchild or great grandchild and the, you know, and your baby shower. So I would put money on the fact that she will be at your baby shower, because she's so much a part of your life. So just know that she's not going anywhere and she loves you. And I do feel like she passed kind of unexpectedly, but it's still from illness. And she just says, you know, that maybe you didn't get to say goodbye. But there are no goodbyes because love never dies. And so just know, that she's with you and that she's not going anywhere, and she'll be there when that baby comes. But your other kid must be kind of younger, because I do feel like she makes some kind of connection with your boy or your son that you mentioned. So she does keep showing me that, this August September thing. So I just feel like you might get a lot of big signs from her around that time. And so I just want to acknowledge that. So lots of love to you, Ashley, and thank you for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. And so let me talk to this dude who's here. I feel like his name was mentioned earlier. Wait, always say when you see a butterfly, it's my mom. That's because it is your mom. Okay, Ashley, if I could hug you, I would. My son is going to be 8 and have a daughter that's 4. Okay. It might very well be your younger, the daughter who communicates with her, but she keeps talking about your son. So he must have been pretty connected to her. Not, I'm sure the 4-year-old was as well. But I just want to say that. So lots of love to you, Ashley, and good luck with your pregnancy and all the stuff you have coming up. Okay. So let's talk to this dude who came through when you guys were throwing all those names up. And so let me tell you a little bit about him. Okay. And then, so just to be fair, like if not everything matches, it might not be your person. Okay. That doesn't necessarily mean your loved one isn't here. It just means that I only have so much time to tune into them. And because of the setting, it's a little difficult. It's not like when you come to my office and it's only you and it's only your loved ones. It's a little different. So let me just talk to you about this dude. Okay. He talks about her and still, thank you. I appreciate it so much. You're very welcome. All right. So let me talk to this guy who I have to say, when I look at him, I know he's an older guy, but he kind of has a cowboy hat on. So I feel like he's like old school, like a Marlboro man, like a tall, thin man who doesn't talk very much is kind of my sense here. However, he had lots of good advice whenever he spoke, but he's not like a talker. I don't get the feeling of a man here who's a talker, but I almost feel like there's something about him like bowing his head or nodding his head at an acknowledgement of something, that there's someone watching this who I feel like he raised like his own, but he raised multiple children like his own. And it is quite possible that what I see here is that he had a child that preceded him in death, and that there would be a son with him there in the spirit world who died before him. So he's an older man. He's kind of taller and thin. When I'm looking at him, he wears a cowboy hat. So that just kind of gives me the impression that he wasn't necessarily one to say very much. So I'm just kind of looking here and just saying these few things about him. But the thing with the hat is what's getting me about him. Like the hat, the way he takes it off and is like in acknowledgement of a really recent accomplishment would be my sense. But he does have a son with him in the spirit world. That is very clear to me. And he would have helped raise kids that weren't necessarily his kids, but possibly like grandkids, or I don't know. So that's where I'm going with this. So does this resemble anyone for you guys? Like, is there anyone out here who has this tall kind of like head nodding, like, I don't know, it's like nice day, ma'am. Like he would have talked like that. He would have had that kind of old fashioned kind of demeanor about him. And he seems like somebody's grandpa, but also like a father. And like he lost his son before he passed. He may have lost other children before he passed, but he's being very specific about having a son with him that died several years before him. So Valentina, no. He has a younger man there with him that he is telling me is like a son to him who would have died before him. He may also have another child there, over there in the spirit world, but his child, his kid, whatever, didn't die from like, it's like, there's like two men. There's like a man who's nodding his head He has a son with him. The son passes before the father. The son has some kind of like not natural causes kind of death. And then the dad lives, though, to be an old age is kind of my sense. So, and there's like two people together. There's like a grandfather and a father, and they just keep coming through together, but it's the grandpa with the hat on. So I hear you guys saying a lot of names, but I just want to say, does this resonate with anyone out there who would have both a father and a grandfather in the spirit world? The father dies first. The grandfather was there to help raise you or help you grow up, is my sense. And they both come together. But the guy dies very suddenly, the grandfather, or like in his sleep or something. It feels like a heart attack or something. But the younger guy, the dad, that's not natural causes. And so there's two of them together. All right. So I hear dad and uncle. But would the uncle have been older than your dad or helped raise you? My dad raised others. My daughter is here too. Let me keep going here a little bit more, because, I could be getting the relationship wrong. My brother died of SIDS and my mom died almost 7 years ago. No, I'm not necessarily getting the mom energy. I'm just getting a grandpa and his son. His son died before him. His son had children. He may have had another child die before him. But the son is the one who isn't natural causes. And the other one seems to die of natural causes, but at an older age. So there's two together. And of an enlarged heart. It would... Wait, hold on here a second. Sorry, you guys. I'm a little slow. My dad raised others. My daughter is here too. Like present with you. Your daughter is there present with you. Just to make sure, like, because like I feel like this person says this is really important that he talks and he never talked. My grandfather raised me and my brother. Okay. Tina. Okay. Tina. So let me see, because this is like a dad and his son. This is really important to talk about a dad and his son. So, Messe, I don't know. I'm totally screwing up your name. I'm so sorry about that. But what happened to Tina Carson? Okay, there you are. All right. Does that make sense to you that there would be a grandpa who raised you and your dad died before him? This is really important that I put these two together like this. That it's a father and a grandfather, and the grandfather wasn't very talkative. He kind of seems like cowboy, or at least he reminds me kind of like the strong, silent, quiet type. And I keep getting these two together and the importance of knowing these two are together, but I do feel like the grandfather died after him. So, what do you think of that, Tina? And I'll just wait for her to respond. It's kind of, this is a little different, and this is why I thought it was kind of cooler when I just connected with the person and then did a reading for them, because this way it just seems like it's like a little more complex, and everyone's got to listen and figure it out. And I'd rather just kind of like pinpoint a person. My grandfather was a talker and my dad was quiet like me. Okay. So I'm not above getting this wrong. I just keep feeling like your name stood out to me. But both of these men are here. So if your grandpa's the talker and your dad's not the talker, I do know, though, that your father went first and his passing is very different than your grandpa's. Like, I don't know that your dad was sick or something. It just seems kind of, I don't know. It just surprises me that he was in the spirit world first. So I just keep getting that, and I keep getting this thing that your grandpa died of natural causes and kind of quicker, and your dad died in a way that it's just not like there would be questions, or I don't know. It's a big loss when he dies, and it's kind of unexpected. So that's my feeling, and I get both of these men. I'm sure you have other ones in the spirit world. However, these two are the ones that like won't let it go. So here's the thing then. So did your father I don't remember how my dad died. I was a baby. Okay, that's fine. That's fair. So your father was quiet, or at least that's what you know about him, right? Like he was kind of like the strong, silent type, or something like that. And it's just a very tragic thing. But your grandpa is like your dad, kind of like the lady I just talked to, where the grandma was like the mom. You know, that reading I just did. So let me see. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going because for some reason I just feel like I'm with you. And my sense is, though, that as I'm looking at this and kind of like trying to figure out why they're here. So I know you asked for your grandmother, but give me just a second to kind of figure out why the two men are coming like this. So just bear with me, okay? We'll figure this out because they really want to talk to you. Like both of these people really want to talk to you, the grandpa and the dad. And I kind of get the sense, are you also a mom now? Um, does that, like, I mean, are you also a mother now? Or there's something about you helping kids, raising kids, something like that. I keep getting with you. So I know you're a grandmother and you're not a mom. Okay. I keep getting something here about kids with you. And I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I'm just going to kind of follow this because I keep feeling some kind of thing about children around you. So, I mean, for all I know, you could be a teacher, but I keep feeling that energy in here. So, I know your grandmother's over there. And wait a second, she died after your grandpa, though. Yeah, she would have died after your grandfather. Is that true? When you talk about your grandma, she kind of like runs the show over there. So I, I kind of get the feeling you wanted to be a mother and something bad happened to me when I was in my teens. Okay, that's fair. The mother stuff here seems to be a big deal. But what about your grandmother? Because I feel like she kind of is almost like bossing me. Oh, she died before grandpa. Okay, that's totally fine. She died. So I see her, though, dying after the strong silent one. So I see like the strong silent one, and then I see her, and then I see the other man. So they're just kind of coming through like that. But there is this thing, though. So would you also know that your dad has been watching over you all these years, is kind of my sense, because I don't think you feel him the way you feel your grandparents. But he is the strong, silent one that's here. And he was the first one. I don't know why he tipped his hat or whatever, but I feel like he's acknowledging you and where you've been and where you came from, and like almost like this really loving presence coming through for you. So I know you talked about your grandma and I know you talked about your grandpa, but it is your father who wants to acknowledge you today because he says you don't know how he visits you. And it's because, like, I feel like you're looking for the things that remind you of him. But I mean, obviously, if he died when you were a baby, you don't have that many things to remind you of him. But I keep seeing like sequential, like 333, 222, kind of like repetitive numbers with him. I also feel like, so I feel like that shows up for you intermittently. And maybe you have associated that with your grandpa or your grandma or something like that. Do you know what? Did also one of your grandparents have some kind of like a dementia or a, I don't know, something going on with their mind, is my feeling. Do do you know that? Do you like know? Hi Terry. Do you know that there's just something here about one of your grandparents like having some kind of mental, I don't know if it's dementia or what, but they have health issues too. But I see that and I feel like it would almost feel like it's been even longer. Like you would feel like they've been gone a long, longer time than they actually were because of this like dementia kind of thing. So what do you think? Let me look here. I've been looking for signs from him. Awesome. You've seen the numbers lately. Great. And it was your grandma. I'm assuming it was your grandma who had dementia or something. But the thing is that this woman has a lot of energy around her. I think she has another kid in the spirit world, or somebody else beside your dad in that generation with her, like another one of her kids or something else. I'm not sure. But there's another like kind of younger person coming through that's there as well. So it's possible she lost another child, either that or there's like an uncle over there, maybe from the other side of your family. But I do feel like an uncle over there, and I do feel like I just kind of get this sense that he says you would know that your grandparents visited, but you wouldn't know how often he visited. And he wants you to know that he hasn't gone anywhere. Oh, you had an uncle that died as a baby. Okay, so that's the other kid. Sorry, I didn't read the whole. I didn't get to read it all. And so I want to tell you though that like I know you know your grandparents are around, but I really feel like your dad is wanting to step forward and let you know that he's still here helping. And I feel like he's always tried to protect you or be there for you. I just don't know if that was always possible, like all they can do is just inspire good stuff around us, but sometimes that doesn't always happen. Sometimes life's kind of shitty. So, but he's coming to say like he loves you. Like he loves you. And you said tell him I'm laughing, but he's right. He's right there. Like he's just right there, like with you. He's not even, like I get the feeling he's talking to me, but I feel like he's with you and he's always with you. And I know your grandma's over there. She seems very clear in her mind. Um, and so I feel like your grandmother's there, but regardless of what all the signs are that you get from them, please know that if you think it's your grandma, your dad's probably there. If you think it's your grandpa, your dad's probably there. So just know that he's with you and you can talk to him and you can ask him for signs and all the good stuff. You just have to, when those like repetitive numbers happen, you just be like this, like, I know that was you, Dad. I know it was you. Or I know what that was. That kind of thing. Because then they know that we see their signs and then they give us even more signs. So that's pretty awesome. So Tina, I just want to wrap this up by telling you that there just seems to be some kind of need here. And the thing about children, I mean, obviously something happens, so that's not happening for you. But the thing about the children, though, is there seems to be something about your connection to children. So maybe it's your nieces or nephews or something like that. But I feel like, I mean, I guess even though maybe you can't have kids or whatever, I think you would be an awesome mom. And so that's just kind of the energy that I feel here. So, had the bad marriages. Yeah, haven't we all had the bad relationships? So I'm sorry about that. But I just kind of get this feeling that you would be an awesome mom. So whether it's to nieces or nephews or whoever comes into your life, don't ever discount that. And I think I get that feeling because your dad is saying that. And so is your grandma, who's totally clear in the head right now and a little bossy when I connect with her, but she's very loving toward you. So I just want to say that. Oh, she is probably the perfect aunt. Hell's yes, she probably is, right? Like, I just keep getting all this mushy, good mom kind of energy from you. So you must be really great around kids. Don't ever discount that. And know that your dad kind of tips his hat to you. So I just want to let you know that and let you know that you are loved. It was very nice getting to do this again. I never realized how long it's going to take, but I guess that's just how long it takes. So I'm happy to get to do readings for you guys. And I will I will do this again. I hadn't had some scheduled in a while. So I'm just going to do this a little more regularly, especially now doing it this way because it feels so much more comfortable. Like it's just so much harder to kind of find who it belongs to versus just picking someone and doing a reading. You know what I mean? So that might be what happens in the future. I'm not sure, but I'm still going to try it both ways. Thanks again. You guys, thanks for calling me awesome and stuff, but I'm just regular. And so, but thank you very much. I appreciate the kindness. But I will talk to you guys again soon. We'll get another one scheduled, or actually, I will get another one scheduled because clearly having Allie do it for me is not maybe my best idea. So, until we meet again, you guys, it's very nice to see you all, and thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.